All right, are you ready? My husband helps you pick the men I date. Just get ready. So I started and I was like, hang on a minute. I need to watch this with you guys. You know when people say, oh, like guy holding a door open for a girl, what a simp. I'm like, what are you talking? I feel like these are the people they refer to, not somebody holding a door open or being a nice person to somebody. This is what I imagine. Like, just get ready.
She fell in love with Mitch. But Alex isn't just romantically involved with her husband.
I date other people whilst my husband's at home.
It would be way more upsetting for me to see her walking down the street holding hands with someone else rather than having sex with someone else.
But the couple's unconventional
Holding hands with somebody is what?
Arrangements have brought them judgment online.
That ain't a husband, he wants to be a pimp. I'm a bad wife. People have said that our relationship's just weird.
And whilst Alex frequently dates other men, the same is not the case for Mitch.
The thought of Mitch dating another woman, it's no.
Sorry? I could understand or be a little bit more understanding if it was like mutual. Like, oh yeah, like we both date other people, but bro, the double standard, what?
So today I am looking at dresses for pictures for my dating profile, and I'm going to show my husband Mitch for some options. I think I'm going to take this one.
Sorry, what? She's going to her husband to ask for... Imagine that. Your wife comes up to you and is like, hey babe, which dress should I wear on my date tonight? It's going to... Oh.
To Mitch to see what he thinks. We first met when we were 14 years.
Okay, I'm sorry. That is not the... You can't even see it. This is not the face of a happy man. He looks like he's been crying already before this. She looks evil. She looks like a little Disney villain. And he looks... Come on, tell me he's not been crying. This man is traumatized. He looks like he's been crying.
Met when we were...
We need to save this guy. I feel like he doesn't understand what he's in.
14 years old. He just stopped and gawked at me and he didn't know what to do.
It's true.
I think this is too much for a first date.
Might be a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went out for 2 weeks, you dumped me.
Yeah, it's true.
And then I didn't give up. And 7 years later, I got back together.
Very persistent, yeah.
Me and Alex have been together for just over 10 years now.
As a couple, we are massively judged because we don't do the traditional thing. You know, I date other people. Mitch is predominantly the one that's at home with the kids, which to some people that's really bizarre because it's usually the woman. Some people...
Okay. I don't think anyone thinks it's weird that he's at home looking after the kids. There's nothing weird with that. I think it's weird that you're going out getting railed by other men while he stays at home and looks after the kids. That's what's weird.
I've said I'm a bad mom,
What a
bad
cope.
wife. People have said that our relationship...
I'm trying to be like open-minded and not judgy, but I guess like I am a little bit judgy when it comes to this stuff. Like I feel like she is a bad mom in a sense. Like, I don't know. I just don't know what that does to a child. Like if your child is at an age where they can kind of understand what's going on, it's like telling your kid, say you have a son or a daughter, that that's acceptable, like to accept that kind of love. I feel like that does make you a bad parent. Like, Jesus, control your horniness and just stick to the one partner. Like, I understand. I don't know. I just don't know, like, that's good for kids. I'd say if they didn't have kids, like, whatever, like, you do you. But I don't know. Something, I don't know. It's a kid thing.
Just weird. I think when I started OnlyFans, I faced such a big wave of judgment that
Oh, okay.
it almost gave me the confidence to just live my life as I want to. I said, you know, I'm thinking about opening up a dating app. How do you feel about that? And then it wasn't even really a long conversation, really, was it? Because we've sort of had little bits of conversation here and there, and we've said it's not really a big deal.
I think my main thing is just
I feel like he just maybe loves her so much because they're high school sweethearts that he just is putting up with it because he doesn't like the idea of losing her because they have kids together and stuff. But I don't think he's okay with that. I don't understand how you can be peeing in the wind. Thank you for the 2 on sub for 8 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't think anyone would be okay with, like, I don't know. I feel like he's just doing it because he doesn't want to leave her. Poor dude. He seems like he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Loads of
I
people.
just like a part of me, I understand if you're both in an open relationship, but the fact she's like, oh, I wouldn't be okay if he was doing that is what sits really wrong with me. I feel like fair enough, it's your prerogative if you have an open relationship, but the fact she's just like, oh no, like if he had it, I wouldn't be happy. I'm like, I don't know.
People cheat, and I think the worst part about it is the dishonesty. I don't think people having sex with other people is actually that big of an issue, to be honest.
Even if I
Sorry? People having sex with other people isn't a big issue. Mate, if my partner thought... Bro, why do people act like sex is the equivalent of holding hands with somebody? You can get sexually transmitted... I couldn't even list out on both hands the amount of sexually transmitted diseases you can get through sex. That's if you're having sex. And people go, safe sex. How many people are actually having safe sex? That's what I want to know. Like, how many actual people, and I imagine, like, they probably aren't. Why are we acting like it's like a walk in the park? Oh, it's just like shaking hands with somebody, you know? That's just like, I don't know why people like make it out like it's not a big thing. I feel like it's a massive thing. I don't know. I don't think it should be like that casually looked upon.
tried to lie to
That's
him,
crazy.
he would know. You would just know. So it's just best to always be open about this sort of thing. Okay, I'm ready. Today we are going to take some new photos for my dating profile.
I guess some people would think it'd be quite odd. It's just,
Dad, do you think it's that hard to be monogamous? Like, also, by the way, like, no, I'm not judging because she won't let it to him, but like, no judgment to anyone in like both consensually. Like, I guess they're consensually in this relationship, so it's like fair enough. But I think the kids is where it makes me a little funny, but I'm also just like their prerogative. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like the nice thing about dating someone is because you're both like, oh, like you're my person. And then that's what you commit and that's what's special about it. But I'm like, is it that hard? Is it? I feel like you're with the wrong person. Like they're not compatible for each other if she's not satisfied with him, that she's looking elsewhere.
To do the pictures for her dating profile, but you know, she's on OnlyFans and if people want to see pictures of her, they've got the internet. So I don't really see that it's any different. I'd never want to meet any of the dates. I think that'd just be a bit weird, to be honest.
I do have a type.
Here is how he
I
can
think
spice it up in the bedroom, shove his dick in a box.
What?
His type is kind of a bit geeky, more dad bod than gym bod, I would say.
I love geeky men that are good at maths. I don't know why, that's just my thing. He's really good at his times table.
Times tables gets you in the mood, doesn't it?
Maybe this is just like a big skit to promote the OnlyFans. Like, I don't know.
Free.
And just like clever people. I do sometimes feel guilty about going on dates whilst Mitch is at home. I do feel bad, but I will text him and be like, are you okay? Is everything fine?
I just enjoy the peace, to be honest. I can watch whatever I want on the TV.
Just watches football, don't
Yeah,
you?
basically just watch sport.
He loves
Play
it.
Football Manager in peace.
He loves
Yeah,
it.
it's great.
Living his best
He's
life.
definitely been crying before this interview.
Thank you. Just on a dating site, just having a little look.
Right.
With the dating, it's more of just fun. I can't catch feelings for these people. I can't fall in love with
Okay, I'm going to put a bet. On. She is staying with him right now because she's not happy and for the convenience. He's so in love with her, he won't get rid of her and he's not comfortable with this. I'm calling a bet. She's going on these dates as a casual thing, but meanwhile, she's actually going on these dates until she finds somebody better, that then she'll leave him and take the kids and then go get with that guy. I put money on it. Money on it. I feel like when people do this, it's like they don't want to like be alone. So they keep this person on a limb to then keep dating until you find the person, like upscaling, until you find someone better or with better looks and more money or whatever the fuck they might be looking for. And then she'll get rid of him and then get with that guy. And then she probably won't do this multiple dating thing. That's the vibe it's giving me. Because I've seen people do this where they're like, oh, like I don't like my boyfriend. And then they're already starting to look or, you know, girlfriend. And I'm like, dude, like break up with them. Oh, no, I can't do that because they want their cake and eat it. It's like, oh, I don't want to be alone. This is better than being alone. But also like, I want to find someone, you know what I mean? That's the vibe it's giving me.
with them because that's what our marriage is. That's our thing. We're in love with each other and that's our marriage. So this is just fun. So I've made that very clear on my dating profile that it is just something casual. I'm not looking for a relationship or anything like that.
I think it would be way more upsetting for me to see her walking down the street holding hands with someone else rather than having sex with someone else. It's different for different people.
No, it's not
I think
cheating.
Some people have that need or desire
Because
to
he's
want to
okay
sleep
with
other
it.
people. I don't believe it's a human nature
I hope
to
it's just for
have
TV.
one partner for your whole of your life. Having said that, it's not something that I'm particularly fussed about, and it's not something that I desire at this moment in time.
The thought of Mitch dating another woman, it's no. I mean, why would you? You got me.
Sure, yeah.
What? What?
Look out for
Why would you? You've got me getting railed by other people every weekend.
a burger when you got steak at home.
I do.
Okay,
have a
I'm sorry.
sugar
I'm
daddy.
sorry.
He has bought me designer bags. He has paid for holidays.
It's just hard. Like, I'm trying so hard not to be judging this situation, but it's really hard not to. I feel bad for him, but I guess it's like, it's not my place to judge because it's consensual and they're both happy. But man, it's a rough one. It's a rough one.
If I want a takeaway, he pays for it. So if I'm out, I will text my sugar daddy and he will pay for the date as well because he likes to pay for the dates.
The money side of it doesn't particularly bother me, to be honest. Our relationship is our relationship, and that's not going to change. If someone was prepared to pay for all that for me, I wouldn't turn it down.
We get so much judgment as a couple every day on social media. It's like,
Okay, unpopular. Okay, maybe not unpopular opinion. You posting online a very unique relationship situation and then saying we're getting a lot of hate, like, oh my God, you're posting it everywhere online. Like that, when you have an opinion or a take on something that is different from the norm and you project that out there, like you should expect that you're going to get hate back. And that's not saying not to do it, but it's like, don't complain, I guess, because it's the nature of the beast. You're doing what's not considered normal. You're going to get a bit of hate for it. And then they are like, oh, I don't know why I'm getting hate for this. But I feel like they know because, do you know what I'm saying?
every half an hour someone says
I mean, it's not fair. Like, I feel like if it's not your life, you should just probably like, you know, have a little bitch and a laugh while we're watching this and then just move on. I wouldn't be commenting on their shit every day because I don't really care what they're doing. But
something.
yeah.
That ain't a husband. He wants to be a pimp. Extreme friend zone.
He has a gay face. What does a gay face even look like?
Men these days are a disgrace.
I think you just got to have the perspective that Twitter isn't the real world and that 99% of people just don't care what you get up to.
I think I'd much rather do something that is controversial to people than be these people typing out hate all day.
That's
Imagine
true.
that, spending your day being
So
really
really
nasty
Ah,
to
that's decent.
people online. Like, that's really quite tragic, to be honest, isn't it?
I mean, we get a lot of trolling as a couple, but Alex also gets quite personal ones as well.
Even with her pimp's approval, I'd rather pick my nose than pick that creature for a date. Wow.
That's fucking
It's really
brutal.
annoying to see
You know that meme, the sponge? It's a fucking SpongeBob meme.
her get the level of sort of abuse she gets online.
That is
So many
mean.
people say to me, like, even other OnlyFans creators, that I don't know how you put up with this. I've never seen anyone get as much crap as you do. But yeah, I am a human being. Like, some days it is really hard, isn't it?
You show me like comments and I look at the profile picture.
Pause. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 14 months.
Hi,
Thank
Brit.
you.
Hope you
Thank
are
you. Thank you.
doing
Thank
okay.
you.
Really gorgeous today.
Aw, thank you. The only thing I will say with this is there are rich dudes that would have multiple wives and everyone's like, what a fucking Chad, and all the girls are okay with it. But I guess in this situation, you've got a girl who probably makes a bit of money on OnlyFans and you've got a guy that's like willing to let her get with other men and everyone's like, you're so fucked. I would say there's a bit of a double standard there. Like, in my thing, I think it's fucked that guys that do that and then messed up that chicks that do it as well. Like, I hold the same standard to both genders. But I will say there is a bit of a double standard because I do see a lot of comments online normally be like, that's sick, man. Like, multiple hot chicks. Where I think, yeah, maybe like, you know, because now it's like the opposite. People are like, what
Happy
the
4
fuck?
months, Bert. Less than 333.
Aw.
Thank you for being my comfort
Thank you,
streamer,
Bert. Aw.
YouTuber.
Aaron,
2 hearts.
thank you for the 2 months over 4 months. Thank you. And James, thank you for the gifted subby. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I would say the majority would say it's pretty messed up on both sides. So that's where I'd say most people probably hating it's weird on both sides. Okay, chat. They know if the kids are his. There's such thing as a DNA test these days.
And it's like a really fat, bald, ugly old man. And you think, really? Like, people in glass houses should not be throwing stones.
I have never, ever in my life
He's the one with the money. No, he's a stay-at-home dad, they said.
ever been trolled by a hot, successful, happy person.
Doesn't happen. But to be fair, there's also people making sensible points like, why are people's preferences a thing for society to debate? Enough. Kind of a point.
Bosh.
I feel like we have a really strong relationship.
Yeah, I think it's, to be honest, it's really rare. Like, we've known each other for a very long time and we've been through
Giving friend vibes.
so much. Oh. Like, obviously he does my absolute head in sometimes, but I couldn't live without you. Like, I really couldn't. I couldn't go through life without him.
Well, then commit to him.
I would say to the people who judge our relationship, thank you for giving us an insight to how miserable you are in yours.
I think just try and open your mind a little bit and realise that not everyone's the same and that different people want to live their life differently, and what makes one person happy or one couple happy isn't going to make everyone happy.
They've just attacked me. They fucking came for my throat. Open your mind, guys. Ooh. They fucking came for me. What do you think about that one, chap? What do you think? Any discussions? No? Anything to say? Man needs help. Dude is not happy but doesn't want to lose her. Maybe God has forgotten them or something. Love don't judge. Wish we didn't watch. She's not just opened her mind. Okay, chat. I'm actually curious if anyone's like got a different opinion. So follow us. Oh, okay. Love without judgment. I'm trying to be less judgy. I do feel like by nature I like judge things that I don't think are to my, like, I don't know, I'm not ever mean to somebody, but I'd instantly go, oh, that's fucked. Instantly when I saw that, I was like, that is so messed up. It's hard. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, some things deserve to be judged. But that, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I see some conflicting sides to it. I think that if it's, you know, consensual, my only thing that makes me weird is like, okay, they're two consenting adults. Her double standards kind of trigger me. Like, oh, so he can't because you're in too secure, but you know, that's what triggers me. And then the other thing that bothers me is they've got kids. And now I'm thinking, I think with the hype train chat, now I'm thinking of the poor kids. You know, what if you're not telling the kids, but one day they're going to get old enough and they're going to know. And it just like concerns me a little. So I'd say if they were just like no children, maybe it wouldn't matter as much. I mean, yeah, she is upfront with it. Posted a divorce. I think I understand what you're saying and I agree with you. I just can't shrug the feeling of, and I guess this all comes down to personal experience. They might be happy, but they are kind of radiating friend vibes. And it's like I said earlier, it is really to me giving, I'm staying with you because it's convenient. I'm going to stay with you until I find somebody better. And then when I do, I'm going to leave you. That's why, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she does eventually leave him. And I feel like because they've been childhood sweethearts, you know, when you get your first love, it's really hard to leave them. He's kind of radiating that vibe as well because he did not look happy. Let them do them. I don't care about that. But having friends in school that got horrifically bullied for this kind of thing makes you think she's being selfish for it. It's not about them when it's her. Yeah, I kind of agree with that as well. Like, it's not really any of our business what they're doing. I think it's only like gets a little concerning when there's kids. That's how I feel with it too. Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. But yeah, I still can't help but my deep thought, which is not like a judge. It's kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's like if they're friends and they have kids, they stay together. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess it's maybe just different. At the end of the day, the kids involved is bad. Yeah, the children, poor little kiddos. Okay, this one says,